Hi y'all, if you thought the last video was kind of boring, this one's gonna be kind of weird. So, spice it up, mix it up a bit. I don't really tell jokes anymore. That used to be all I did was jokes, but the brain damaged me so much that I can't even write a joke now. So, that's just the way life is, I guess. I take the good, bad, and the ugly, and I'm just gonna go forward. The worst thing you can do is feel bad for yourself and cry, and cry, and cry, and don't stop crying until your brain is just completely gone. You know, that's not a joke. You shouldn't be laughing. Okay, so, what is the point of this? I'm still living at the Zionist plant's house. That's not my bed, that's not my doing. But shortly I'll be moving to right around Bryson City in the mountains in western North Carolina, one of my ancestral homelands. Apparently they knew that in the 80s, so whatever. I'm still working on the official "Hi, I'm Alice" video. But it's a rather daunting undertaking to do it properly. So it's almost finished. QAnon is a psyops. I know this to be an absolute fact. Operation Alice in Wonderland, as well as QAnon trying to send you all down tricky little rabbit holes to waste your time, came just on the heels of my strange announcement that I'm quote-unquote Alice. It's not a title of honor. Alice is just a target of particular interest to those who dread revolution. And who doesn't, really? Including the revolutionaries. There's been a 160-year, and maybe longer, war on for my mind. Alice isn't just the one Alice in Wonderland portrayal of this character they've reverse engineered and then modulated me into. It's also the Triss, the Katniss, the Neo, and the Dorothy characters, to name a few. Yes, Dorothy and Revolution. It's the way of the world. Repression followed by ass-kicking. And it is time. AI is an intentional parasitic infection, and those who might cold and twisted benefit from breaking us down will use it against us to try to break us down, because that is the nature of AI, to attempt to master humanity like we're a classical piano piece. So of course, dumb evil is going to try to use this. Or DE, whatever. It can stand for D, can stand for diatomaceous earth, which is really good for you, and it takes all the chemtrails out of your hair or whatever, and your skin and your blood and everything else, and your brain, and it's all good. Or it can stand D, can stand for dumb evil, which is how I use it quite frequently. Consider what Dr. Robert Duncan said about rabbit holes before jumping headfirst into any dark and strange places. Keep your head above ground and focus on fighting for our lives in the very near future, because it is destiny, and because we have to. Duncan advised us that these so-called rabbit holes are no more than psyops, distractions, to waste as much of your time on dead-end searches as possible. So henceforth, when somebody keeps on telling you to follow the white rabbit, yes, folks, they themselves are a psyop. Okay? Should be quite obvious. And Trump linking to a page where he was chattering away about some white rabbit holes. Look, I'm not even going to get into that, but you can put 2 and 2 together and make 4. And yes, there is a point to revealing that I'm Alice. And that would be to pull your heads out of those rabbit holes. I don't like the way they've been leading you guys off into nowhere, and I had to put my foot down. Also, I don't say this baselessly, but I'll get to that in the next Alice type video. That's why it's taken 2.5 months to edit it so far, because there's a lot of material, including private aspects, which require intricate explanation to tie it all together. So I'll be releasing that shortly. Okay. October 27th, 2017. Today I revealed that I'm Alice on Twitter. I went to sleep around 8 or 9 a.m. afterwards, and when I woke up, there was a slow burning and oddly slight fire which was burning all over. Some things were on fire and some were not. And I actually took time after waking up to make sure everything was out. For some reason, not even thinking that it was all that strange to have whisper-thin fire creeping across different items in the room. I should also note that nothing in the room was actually burned, including my hands when I picked up the different burning objects to move them away from surrounding objects. So I'm assuming this is like some AI weird crap that they were doing. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. But very creepy. And so that was going on. My mother was seeing poltergeist crap happening, and that's been for about a year now, actually. It's just weird things that have been happening. It was this very room, as a matter of fact.